for your thoughts.
Gaurav, would you like to add something, or should we move ahead to the next slide?
Yes, I think we can move ahead.
Yeah, because we have very less time with us. So this is the one of my most interesting point, my favorite point. That is gig economy. So what gig economy actually is? So gig economy is that scenario where we have various freelancers, where we have various experts who know a thing, how to ship a thing completely by their own. It can be website development, it can be mobile app development, or it can be some other skill as well, like doing some product architecture or doing some marketing branding or anything else. So this is what gig economy. So in future, what I am seeing, what I am foreseeing, the complete economy would move to gig economy as well, and it's going to be a parallel economy besides the regular economy. So I am seeing a lots and lots of project with the token money of 1 lakh to 1.5 lakh INR, where big companies are not going to bid. Let's say a small boutique want to create their website or want to create their app. So in that case, TCS or some existing company, big company, is not going to bother about that. So in that case, that person who is owning that shop is going to find someone from local, and it is where these experts, these students can come in the picture and create those websites, create those mobile apps, and can deliver to the local requirements. So this is what I am foreseeing at the great level in the coming days. Now everyone is thinking about going online, but they don't have that much money. They don't have 1.5 cr to create their website, to create the mobile app. They just can invest some lakh or some 2 lakhs. So in that scenario, these students are the real economy bearer in my perspective, in my viewpoint. Yes, Gaurav, what do you want to add in it?
Yes, I mean, how to stay recession proof forever? Probably I will pick that. And
Yes.
before this, our webinar, I tried to reach out a few people who were actually in tough times. I don't know if we have somewhere it in our slides, or maybe I missed it. But I reached out to those individuals. One of my seniors who passed out in previous recession, 2009, who graduated in that period, 2009, 2010. And then I
Yes.
reached out another individual about who passed around 2013, didn't get a job
Yes.
for almost a year,
Mm-hmm.
and currently he's working with Citibank as a data scientist and
Yes.
doing very good. So I just asked him that on behalf of you, I want to share the students who are nervous about their placement and about those things, how to approach their problem. So he said
Please.
he was mentally prepared about it, that he is not going to be among those 5 students who are going to be placed from college. So he was mentally prepared. He moved to some
Mm-hmm.
job locations. He moved to Bangalore, which he said you can move to Pune, Delhi, NCR, probably for those in Noida. So he was ready with those things, and he started building his profile. He started finding out his retrospection on himself. He started finding his areas of interest. He found that maybe data analysis is something which he likes, and he did
Mm-hmm.
a sort of self retrospection, and then he pursued those courses that were aligned to those companies. He created a LinkedIn network where he had those top HRs and top individuals added to his LinkedIn, working in similar organizations where opportunity may
Mm-hmm.
arise. And then he gradually landed in some startup and then moved from there onwards.
Yes.
So yes, if you want to stay recession proof, then probably what you say, Chetan, always structural thinking, you can probably add about it. That is very important. Find out your area of interest. Sit down with your friends, family, and your trusted seniors. At least find out what excites you, and you can stay in that profile for a prolonged period of time. So
Yes.
maybe UI UX, you can try for certain online UI courses. If some you are more you fear coding a bit, but you like scripting, then probably you can look for some DevOps role. If altogether you don't feel, yeah, I move to the next question probably. But yes, if that is
Yeah.
stopping you, then it is better to this is the time to retrospect, to find your area of interest, and then work in that
And
direction.
move forward. Yes,
Yes.
exactly. So I would like to ask my final question. That is, an imaginary friend of mine who is someone who is in college but find it tough to write programming assignments, and there are many like this. So my friend is feeling insecure about his future. So what do you suggest him? I would like to ask this question to Aditya
So yeah,
first.
so yeah, yeah. From my perspective, I don't believe that being able to write a programming assignment is a judgment of what or how good a person will do in a particular job. It's just the feeling. If so, for example, there is no he or she should not be feeling insecure in any way. Every role, there are many roles which are there in a particular company, in a particular team, which an individual has to play. And programming or getting the work done through programming is just one part of it. So probably a lot of communication is what that comes into picture, and having the ability to debug software is what is, I think, required in most of the companies at this moment. And just debugging it and framing those questions in a way so that you can get help across your peers is primarily one of the key skills which is required of developers. And the people who are great programmers, amazing coders, I don't think they are the best software developers in any way. I can take an example right away that you might have heard of Kennedy, who is the winner of ACM ICPC or probably Google Code Jam for last 3 years or
Yes,
four
yes,
years.
yes, yes, yes.
Right? I don't believe that he is the best software engineer whom I know. So best software engineers are probably the ones who are able to nail down big problems into easier understandable chunks, and then identify the right tools and apply them towards it. So programming is, though on the one hand, is about structured thinking and getting it into code, there are other parts of the job as well which are more important or probably equally important than just coding your solution into a particular source code. So as Gaurav rightly mentioned in his previous while he was talking, there are roles which you might find more engaging or being more aligned towards. For example, creating use useful user interactions. So probably you can go ahead and look forward towards a career in UI UX designer. You might also find connecting with people something which you are more aligned with. So roles which are like being a consultant, being being in the role of a program manager are the ones which might be aligned with you. There might also be things wherein you might find yourself as the one who has the answer to a problem. You
Yes.
might not be a key coder, you might not be the best coder in the world, but you know when your machine is not working, why it is not working. So those
Yeah.
roles are actually equally important in the industry and equally valued also. And we have a lot of jobs in there which we might call as the administrators. So there are network administrators who can help us architect how the architecture for a network for a particular organization should look like, and troubleshoot them every now and then. And similar stuff goes on for the system administrators.
Yes.
And in addition to that, there's a huge new field that has come over by the name of data science, wherein you can go ahead, become a quantitative analyst. You can probably think about the data mining projects and another way, and probably machine learning ones as well. So there's a huge
Yes.
landscape which opens up just because you are into the IT industry. and programming, though being a key tool to get your job done in multiple parts, it's not the sole driver of your success in the industry in any
Yeah,
form.
it's not the showstopper, right?
Right,
one
right,
one
definitely,
exciting one
definitely.
exciting profile also which I saw is content writer.
Right, right.
Engineering students have a lot of
Definitely,
stories to
definitely.
tell, and I have some friends who are doing amazingly good in that profile as well. Yeah.
And we
And
have, yeah.
that,
The document writer is something which is really required in the organizations. So technical content writer or probably another.
yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead, Chetan.
Gaurav, would you like to comment on automation testing and cloud infrastructure as well? Because those two parts I think we miss.
Hmm.
Yes, I mean the process remains the same. Yeah, a
Yes.
knowledge of programming language and a bit of these things you need. But probably I would say if the level of experience required for a hard core tech coding role is
Hmm.
high, then
Hmm.
probably you may be able to enter with a medium set of uh, capabilities for this automation field.
Yeah.
First,
What I
secondly,
think is, yes, please.
yes, please. I will continue.
So what I think, the knowledge of these automation tools is also beneficial. So if someone is not that much good in the coding itself, so he can get a hands-on these tools, the automation tools, and can get a good job. What I think. So what do you think about this?
Yes, definitely. And despite being so much automation around us, a lot of service companies
Mhm.
still have a lot of testing profiles or are transitioning testing to automation profiles, which are
Yes,
relatively very easy to transition into.
get
And
entry. Yes.
I have friends all across the web, posted in Canada, posted in US. They are doing testing and sub automation related tasks and doing very well. They are doing amazingly good.
So it means that coding, if someone is getting coding or hardcore programming assignment stuff, so that's not the end of the world, right?
Definitely, definitely.
All right.
Completely
So
agree.
till now, it's a yeah. Thank you, Aditya.